my name is Madeline Fowler, and this is my persuasive speech. Okay, so what comes to mind when you think of the word marijuana? Dangerous, gateway drug, addictive? These are common misconceptions. Marijuana has many benefits, both economically and medically, and it should ultimately be legalized. Let's discuss. There are currently 32 states where marijuana is still considered illegal. So in the lighter green states in this image right here, that's where it's legalized both recreationally and medically. So you have California, Nevada, Oregon, Colorado, just to name a few. And in the darker green states, marijuana is legalized just medically, and those are Arizona, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, and New York. And then in the gray states, it's considered illegal. And you have North Carolina, Texas, Kansas. So those are just some examples. So by legalizing marijuana nationally, the government would create a giant source of tax revenue, whether through sales tax or excise taxes. Out of the 18 states that have already legalized marijuana, they've all placed an excise tax on their marijuana products. So excise and sales tax on recreational marijuana can increase revenue for both the states and the federal government. The Institute of Taxation and Economic Policy concluded that a nationwide legalization of recreational marijuana could create approximately $11.9 billion in state and local excise and sales tax revenue each year. A study also published by New Frontier Data, and it said that the federal legalization of medical and adult use cannabis will create $86 billion in additional U.S. tax revenue between 2019 and 2025, and a $56 billion annual U.S. cannabis market by 2025. With this extra revenue, the federal government could improve roads, fund better schools, and build more homeless shelters. So additionally, we could decrease our police budget. Police spend a considerable amount of time and money and effort on making marijuana-related arrests and processing these arrests, time and money that could be better spent on other or no expenditures. So research from Jeffrey Marone, a professor of economics at Harvard University, concludes that approximately 5.776% of all arrests made in the United States in 2011 were for marijuana possession, and approximately 0.647% of all arrests made in the United States in the same year were for marijuana sale or manufacturing. So considering how 1 in every 15 arrests police made in 2000 were for marijuana-related crimes, it's only reasonable to assume that marijuana-related arrests are common and take up a valuable portion of police time. So a research report conducted by the Drug Policy Alliance said that the NYPD made over 39,000 arrests for marijuana possession in 2012. And with each arrest taking about 2.5 hours to make and process, that adds up to about 98,000 police hours spent making marijuana arrests and approximately $1,000 to $2,000 spent with each arrest. Seeing how beneficial it is to continually support the criminalization of marijuana, or seeing how non-beneficial it is to continually support the criminalization of marijuana, we can also examine some job and investment opportunities that stem from marijuana legalization. So, the cannabis industry employed over 211,000 workers in 2019. Since then, an additional 6 states have legalized recreational marijuana. With 32 states that have yet to legalize marijuana, there is still plenty of room for job growth and revenue. Also, investment opportunities for individuals who want to publicly trade cannabis stock. Here I actually included an image of companies that would benefit from the legalization of marijuana. So marijuana growers and retailers, biotech companies, and marijuana businesses. So all 3 of these companies would benefit from the legalization of marijuana. So along with the many economic benefits that the legalization of marijuana has, there are also plenty of medical benefits. Alright, so marijuana can quell nausea, ease seizures, and reduce pain. Nausea specifically, which is a common side effect of cancer patients, is able to be treated by the cannabis sativa plant, as it is an antiemetic drug that provides relief of nausea and vomiting symptoms. So additionally, many studies have proven that marijuana treats epilepsy and can be a great alternative to those who do not respond well to traditional seizure medication. Finally, chronic pain actually affects more people than cancer, heart disease, and diabetes combined. Marijuana can help reduce this pain and increase overall energy and mood. So there are some downsides to marijuana use. A loss of appetite, a loss of motivation, addiction, and irritation in the lungs. To combat these negative impacts medically, smaller doses could be issued out to the population. Mandatory tolerance breaks could be enforced, and regular doctor checkups. So to combat these issues recreationally, strictly enforce a drug-free workspace and a sober while driving mindset. So, in conclusion, there are plenty of other medical benefits. So, in conclusion, the legalization of marijuana has both positive and economical benefits. Marijuana has a bad reputation despite all the amazing things that it can provide people. So while it is a drug, I consider marijuana to be no different than over-the-counter ibuprofen or Tums stomach medicine. Ultimately, marijuana should be legalized in all 50 states. Thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions?
No.
No questions? Great.
Well,
That was good though.